Alright, so I got a question for you. I've got a question for you, since I've been blessed before you, but I have less euphoria when I'm following orders. My chest congestion's a weapon, sorta. It's me and myself when they cut the check, we've got separate orders. Now that's just a couple bars I wrote when I used to wrote, you know? But seriously, I got a question for you. How important is entertainment in life? How important is it, do you think? And leave your thoughts in the comments below. How important is it to make time to enjoy your life? Now, I like to go to shows. Like, man, if there's a concert I want to go to, someone I want to see, best believe I'm gonna see it. I remember I was having a conversation with a friend of mine a while back. He's the kind of like work, labor, got a labor job, always had labor jobs, like work. That's the commitment. That's what he's committed to. And I remember we were having a conversation about, I believe, like concerts or like shit like that. And he said something that made me think. He said something along the lines of, you know, like, I don't really make time for entertainment. That's how he put it, entertainment. And I was like, fuck, man. Why not? Why isn't that important? Why is it more important to me than it is to you or to him? Now I think back, you know, a lot of people that I know, friends of mine, or just people that I've, you know, like you work around, like people like go on vacations for like every year. I know I got a friend of mine who his family goes on vacation every year. That's what they do. Like 2 weeks. They get like a timeshare. They have a timeshare and, you know, they go on vacation for like 2 weeks, a week, 2 weeks, week and a half. And my family's never really been one to do that. Sure, we go on like weekend trips or whatever. We go camping or we just go out of town, like, you know, somewhere not too far. That's what we did. So we never really went on like big vacations. I've never been on like a big vacation, with the exception of one time when my brother, for his birthday one year, a few years back, he told us all, he's like, yo, I'm going to California. There's a couple punk festivals, one in Orange County, the other in, I think it was just LA. Two of them, like, within like a couple days of each other. Like, top bands. And so my dad was like, fuck it, let's all go. So we all flew down there. Flew down there? Yeah. I want to say we all flew down there. And that was the first time we ever went on a vacation for any more than like a weekend or a few days. Outside of that, you know, that was it. But there's people out there who make sure they make time to take time off work and to go on a vacation and reset. How valuable is that? Well, fuck. Pretty fucking valuable. I think I think the world is starting to wake up to the fact that, you know, mental health just in general, people are more, especially in certain communities where mental health really isn't a focus. Like, you don't focus on your feelings or trauma that you've had. You just push it to the side. That's not healthy. Obviously, for obvious reasons. But I think the world is starting to wake up, and this isn't news to anybody, but to mental health and how important that is. You know, there are countries out there where the mental health is just, it's just as important as anything else. It's not even a second thought, where people take time to take care of their mental. Otherwise, it's mental. And so my friend got me thinking, it's like, man, well, why? Like, what? You don't make time for entertainment, or you don't, if there's a concert, and I guess it comes down to what you value, but like, you're not gonna take the night off, or maybe not even take the night off and just go and just enjoy yourself. That's craziness. Because, you know, there's a mentality, there's a pride in, people take pride in their work, but there's this pride in, like, and I don't know if it's necessarily healthy mentally, emotionally, spiritually, to just work, never take time off, just work, always just work. But I think it comes from a place of wanting to feel useful and wanting to feel like you're contributing. But I also feel like there's at least a splash of ego in there, like, oh, I just work, that's all I do is work. Any sense of pride, I feel like, naturally, I could be wrong, comes with a little bit of ego. And there's a healthy dose of ego, there's a healthy dose of shame. To live a shameless life and not ever question maybe some of your actions, or look back and rethink some of the decisions you've made, that's kind of craziness. That's wild. But I think there's a little bit of pride and ego in, like, oh, I just work, that's all I do. I don't ever take time off. I just work. It's like, man, making a living is it's inevitable. Like, we all have to do it, but brother, like, because the idea of happiness is kind of silly to some people. Like, oh, are people even meant to be happy? What's this idea of happiness? Because you really gotta work to be happy. Hobson said in the song, living's naturally hell, you gotta work to put a smile on. And that's big factual. That's the actual factual. So again, I ask, how important is it for you watching this video to take time off, take a vacation, like reset? Is that something you do? Comment with a memory, or like a good vacation, or like a good time when we gotta get away, man. And, you know, the thing about vacation too is, you know, you take some time off and you go on a trip. You don't want to come back. You don't want to come back and then the next day go to work. It's funny, it's like, you come back from vacation, you want to have a couple days afterwards, or at least a day, to like just be home and not be doing anything. Because some people, when they go out of town, or have, like, some people don't make plans, and that's how they enjoy themselves, is just by going out there and then figuring it out once they get there. But some people have to have things planned, and so, you know, it's nice to come back home and not have to go to bed early, or whatever time you're normally used to going to bed, and then waking up, like, the vacation's, it's over, and then you're just back to work. It kind of like, it doesn't give it a chance to settle in. So people do that, you know, which is, it makes complete sense to me. But how important is entertainment to you? Do you think it's necessary? Is it not necessary? When you die, does it matter? Do you have regrets? I'm just trying to fucking enjoy life, at least a little bit, man. This shit, you know, this life is short. Time goes by quick, but it can also be a drag, son. I think it's important to enjoy yourself, dude. If you like music and you want to see one of your favorite bands or your favorite artists, go see that shit. If you want to Yeah, I got a place that you want to visit. Travel, dude. You learn a lot about yourself when you travel. This ain't news. If you like the video, like the video. If you dislike the video, punch that too. Thumbs up or down it. Leave a comment, leave a memory, leave something. Get me in the algorithm. Let's get this money. This many.